Hello, Ani Tansei. My name is Melissa McNeil. I am a mother of three, a grandmother of three. I am a band member with Beaver Lake Cree Nation in northeastern Alberta. However, I've been residing in Ontario for approximately 30 years. What I would like to do right now is to start providing some teachings around the 13 grandmother moons, the Nokomiskizes, those moon cycles. Um, I am Cree, and while I say I'm Cree, I would like to acknowledge that I have traveled around North America, Turtle Island, for some time now, and also raised my family with in those ways of those teachings and ceremonies and powwows. And while I've done the traveling, I've met a lot of wonderful, beautiful people with the wonderful teachings. Who have openly and in a kind way shared with me. A lot of those teachings have been from the Anishinaabe people, the Ojibwe people. And so what I wanted to acknowledge is that what I'm going to be sharing of those 13 grandmother moons are from the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe people. And there are many different teachings out there of these moon cycles, and they vary from nation to nation, territory to territory. And that is what I wanted to acknowledge. And while some of these teachings vary, those ways of our understanding are very similar. There's that base connection, that root we have with those original ways of understanding that we are connected to the Creator and we are connected to the land. The approach is a holistic approach, that indigenous approach to our way of life, sharing those teachings and showing. And that's what this is all about, is to be able to do that with one another. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And so those Nookimis teachings are those 13 grandmother moons, those moon cycles. They say that, there's our grandmother moon, our Mother Earth, our grandfather Sun, and our Father Sky. And there are teachings behind all of those. And there are an understanding of the roles and responsibility that come with these. So they say the grandmother moons, they govern those bodies of waters. And they become full every 28 days is their moon cycle. And each moon month, each Nokomiskizes provides a very important teaching around those moon cycles and a time of year that we can take care of ourselves, our community, and Mother Earth. And so I'm going to start off providing a teaching with the grandmother moon, showing this turtle. Michigan, if I'm correct. I'm not a language expert, so please forgive me if I'm pronouncing anything wrong. But my understanding with the moon cycles is that we can see those moon cycles, those grandmother moons, on the back of a turtle shell. So I've pulled up this screen to show through that visual learning the back of a turtle shell. And you'll see on those, and hopefully you can see okay clearly, those moon cycles to the left part of that turtle shell, just over the left paw there. You'll see on the turtle shell the first moon. That first moon leads into the second, the third, and if you see in those bigger sections, quadrants on the turtle shell, there are 13 moons, and 11, 12, and 13 being in the center, if we count them. And then on the outside of those 13 quadrants of those moon cycles are 28 days. And they say that's the 28-day cycle. So if we look at the back of a turtle's shell here in North America, you'll actually see these sections on that shell. And they say that's that represents our Mother Earth, our grandmother moons. And the North American, one of those teachings, and I'm sure there's many others for the indigenous teachings with Turtle Island, North America, is we call North America Turtle Island, and I'm sure everyone's heard that many times, saying, that saying, Turtle Island. So there's that reflection of Turtle Island, those 13 grandmother moons with the 28-day cycle. So this is the first teaching I wanted to provide to everyone. If you look at that turtle shell, and that can lead into the teachings of the teachings of creation stories, and there's many different creation stories out there. I also want to take this time to say miigwech and hi, and thank you to the original peoples, to this original territory that I'm sitting on right now, providing this teaching to the Six Nations people, and say thank you for allowing me to sit here on your original territory to share the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe teachings of these 13 grandmothers. And thank you to those miigwech who taught me, those who shared with me these many things and many teachings to help me to live in that balanced life as best as we can. We know it's a very difficult time in this world today, sometimes to feel like we're being balanced. Even here on Turtle Island, all of Mother Earth. And sometimes that balance comes within ourselves first. It's a way to be able to listen to these teachings, share them with our children, to help one another to look at, those things in life that help us keep us balanced with our other relations on Turtle Island and Mother Earth, with those waters, those sky beings, and plant life and animal life, those in the water and underground, above ground. All of us are all relations. We all live together on this earth, and we all share. And it's important for us to share in a good way, and to remember how each and every one of us are very important, and to try to pass these teachings on, to keep them alive, to reclaim, revitalize, share with our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. So this is how we do it right now during this time. So I'm going to say thank you, Chi miigwech, hi, at this time,